Welcome everyone to DTV. My name is Car Driver, and today I will be your chauffeur through the world of car news. There's a lot happening, and it's my job to bring you up to speed with all the wild stories floating around the automotive industry. We start with Chevy. Yes, Chevy is yet again back in the news with some weirdo stuff about the Corvette. The 2023 Z06 will start at an incredibly eye-watering $106,000 for the coupe and $113,000 for the convertible. In an attempt to keep owners from flipping the car, however, Chevy is giving up to 500,000 points through the Chevrolet Rewards program if you can keep the car for 12 months. Now, this only equates to $5,000, and you can only use it on things like service, accessories, or other features like OnStar. Really, who's going to get OnStar? I'm not sure how realistic of an approach this is. I mean, not only will owners flip the cars for outrageous prices, but they will also be flipping the bird to their fellow driver and car community as a whole. Much like the last dinosaur, honestly, this practice of flipping cars really needs to become extinct. Now, for fans of the initial D series, there's great news coming out of Shibukawa City, where a new initial D-themed taxi service has started. Customers have the ability to ride in an appropriately themed AE86 or FD-RX-7. Now, for real enthusiasts, paying a bit more will get you a special card with initial D collectible drawings. It's another way for the city to bring some sort of tourism interest back to the location. Look, now this seems like a great idea. There's no reason to stop at initial D. We can have even more fun with old cartoons. Imagine being driven around by Mr. Magoo or even Speed Racer. Now that'd be fun. An alleged leaked NASCAR document shows plans for EV races to start as soon as 2023. It's been known that the Generation 7 car is highly modular and allows any kind of powertrain. Now, in order for this to work, though, there are some performance targets in place for these EVs, such as attaining the same lap times equal to current ICE models and cars lasting 30 minutes of racing with no battery change or charge. Now, pit stops would be limited to tire changes and mechanical or cosmetic repair, so that's still allowed. It's also possible that these cars will take on the current body shape of the EVs that are out in the market, like the Mustang Mach-E, baby. We have reached out to manufacturers, but they remain tight-lipped. NASCAR, however, did put out a statement, quote, "As we have mentioned in the past, we are exploring the potential for an EV demonstration series. We are currently working with our OEM partners and race teams as the program progresses." Now, listen, take a sip of your beer, calm down. Look, these cars are going to be fast. The crash is spectacular, and the drama will be just as real as any other car. At the rate that people get mad about stuff like electrification, I can't imagine what's going to happen when cars start to fly. I mean, what are they going to say then? "These flying cars just make too much noise. My solar-powered electric biofuel soy milk latte EV is as quiet as a whisper, and that's how I like it." Anyway, recently Honda showcased their new mature Civic Type R. With many new cars like the Elantra N and Corolla GR entering this exact segment, the Type R is still poised to be a fan favorite, I'd say. It's still running the 2-liter turbocharged engine and the standard 6-speed with rev matching. Now, at this time, there is no automatic plan. The styling itself has been severely scaled back from the angular design of the previous model. The looks will still be subjective at best, but there's no argument on the driving feel, as the chassis is supposed to be far more rigid. The car comes with 19-inch wheels, and they're going to be wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sports. And underneath that, we've got Brembo brakes. Great. Another Civic waiting to be destroyed by the car community. Honda did everything they could to make this one look as mature as possible, but I'm sorry. Give it 3 days and it'll look like just another riced-out piece of trash heap you've ever seen. Look, our graphics team have done extensive research on the community, and we believe this is our future. Shoot. RIP 2023 Civic Type R. Now this is a developing story, and we will have much more about the Civic as news becomes available. Rumors of an E85-powered 900-horsepower Hellcat have recently surfaced. The Hellcat line of Dodge cars are already some of the fastest production cars one can buy, considering the top-tier version of these cars have 4 trims ranging between the 700 and 800 horsepower mark. This new power figure is really not all that surprising. Now, this may be the last hurrah of a dying breed, as eventually Dodge is wanting to incorporate some sort of hybrid electrification system. Now, to speak more on these rumors, we at DTV have been able to get in touch with a highly prolific and respected member in the Mopar community. And You should be arriving any minute now. I'm not really sure where the hell he is. Wait a minute. This can't be right, is it? No, it can't be. Where the hell do you guys find these people?
Ahoy, car driver. Great to be on the show.
Yes, wonderful. Anyway, let's get to the topic at hand. Have you heard the rumor about a possible E85 powered Hellcat?
I have, and it be the best news since me hearties found the hidden loot I buried years and years ago.
Buried treasure? What exactly did you bury?
'Tis was magnificent, a beauty to behold, a sound of metal clanging, wind in me face, all in a crate, a 6.2 to be exact.
Oh, brother. Let's talk about this potential car. Do we even need yet another high horsepower Dodge? At this point, they're playing the power game and no one else is joining in.
'Tis be the problem with you scallywags. You don't know how to have fun. Dodge just be keeping the muscle car dream alive. How many other cars can you see on the road with this kind of power? When you see it drive by, don't you just feel the rush, the sheer awe of it?
Well, I can't argue there. The sound of that supercharger and knowing it'll blow the doors off of pretty much any other stock cars is actually pretty sweet. Speaking of sound, it may not be that way forever though. With Dodge adding hybrid power, there's a lot of naysayers. Now, what message do you have to these people?
I believe that no matter what happens, the muscle car will remain supreme, regardless of what your Dodge puts in the powertrain. When you put the foot down, you shall receive a surge of power, the feeling of being invincible. Naught can stop the absolute onslaught of that big muscle sprinting across the ocean, wind in your hair, sail at your back. Yes, scallywags chanting, poop the deck swabbed, in the aft glistening the bow sharp, ready to take on whatever the world throws at you.
Well said. Well said indeed. Privateer or not, you can't deny the passion he brings to the table. And with that, we end our show today. Now, there's a lot to keep up with in the car world and community. I encourage you to get out there on the internet and keep yourself informed with what's happening. Whether you enjoy muscle cars, Europeans, JDM, we are all one car culture. And it's important that we stick together no matter what happens. I hope you all enjoyed the show, and please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Car Driver. Drive safe out there. Beep, beep.